Alright guys, welcome back to another video here on Chain Chasers Disc Golf. Today we are out at Ghost Town Disc Golf Course here in Central City, Colorado. And we're going to be playing a nice full round out here. Hole one's 170 feet just straight up this gap. I'm going to be going with my Sea Otter and just try to push it up there. About halfway up the fairway. Alright, landed down here at the bottom, left myself with a really uphill upshot to the basket. I believe that sat right underneath the basket for par. Alright, took the par there on hole one. Hole two is a 200-foot dogleg left par 3. There's a sign down there with an arrow pointing left. You kind of want to just shoot at that and have it finish left at the end. I think I'm still in bounds. Alright, the basket is all the way at the top of this hill up there. Alright, well I ended up going OB, so I have this putt for my 4. Alright, I got this for my 5. Alright, hole 3 is 240 feet. Somewhere up that gap, I'm just going to throw my inner core and just put it out in the middle. It goes right, so actually I'm going to change that. I'm going to go zone forehand. Man, I suck at disc golf right now. Alright, the basket's up there on the right, but I can't really get a forehand out of here, so I'm going to go turn over inner core and try to get it over there. Alright, should have a forehand from there. Alright, this is for my par. Hopefully I can get up and down for bogey. Hold it wide of my gap, but should have a putt. Alright, hole 4 has short and long and a long basket. Udis says to play both of them, so I'm going to. Plays from the same tee pad, I think. I couldn't find the short tee pad. But the short basket is that blue one you see right there. It's about 130 feet. The long basket's back behind that. I think it's around 300. You might be able to see it. We go inner core to the short basket. I went way further than I wanted it to. And I'm gonna go buzz to the long basket, try to push over these trees. Can't tell if that's good or not. All right, this is my shot going back to the short basket. I'm just gonna try to pitch it up and take my par. That's a putt for the par. All right, I got this for bird on the long pin for 4. Bang. Let's go, easy bird. All right, hole 5's around 170 feet. You can see the orange flag of the basket down there. We go with my little bit more beat in sea otter over the top and try to stick it close. Probably about 80 feet left of the basket. All right, ended up being OB, so I got this putt for my par.
Hey, nice shot. Also, that would be the lightest little tinkling I've ever hit.
Yeah, I was confused because I'm like, I didn't really hear the thing, but I saw it go in. Wow,
Maybe we
Right underneath the basket, take my 3. Hole 7's 240 feet. Taking this tunnel, kind of flexing it down to the right and finishing flat. I'm gonna go with my sea otter, put it on Annie to start with. Too straight at this elevation. All right, left myself a little upshot here. I'm gonna go with my Atom and try to put it up the gap and try to get as close as I can. That's a putt at least. All right, left myself with this tricky putt for par. All right, hole 8, 290 feet. Down this hill and to the right, I'm gonna take my zone forehand and just kind of put it out there flat and let it fade. All right, barely went OB, have this putt from a par now. Nice little layup, take my bogey, move on. Hole 9 is 230 feet down there on that hillside. I'm gonna go sea otter, just kind of shoot it right at it. Should be a putt. All right, hole 10, 150 feet, straight ahead. I'm gonna take my inner core, go straight up the gap. All right, my disc is right here on the right. The basket's on the other side of these trees. This Mando's for a different hole, so I'm gonna take a little backhand turnover around these bushes. That's a putt. All right, hole 11's 360 feet. through this little double mando. Basket finishes left on a hillside. I'm gonna go on my FD1 flat, let it fade. I should have at least a putt at it. Alright, got this putt for my birdie. Alright, hole 12 is 230 feet, just dead straight. There's a ditch right before the basket, so you want to go long with anything. Alright, I'm just laying this up because that ditch is about 2 feet behind the basket. Alright, hole 13 is 270 feet, just dead straight. I'm gonna go inner core right at it, hopefully give it an ace run maybe. Threw it way too low.
Oh, you know what? Did you throw it as a second shot when you missed your first putt?
Alright, well I missed filming my drive, but this is my shot for birdie here. Alright, hole 15 is 130 feet, just on that hillside. I'm going to take a zone forehand and just try to finish it towards the basket. Hopefully stick it close. Or chuck it OB. Alright, I'm going to put this for my par after going OB. Alright, hole 16 is 325 feet. I'm going to go with my Origin, which usually flips over to a roller at home, so let's see what it does here. I put that on way too much hyzer. That's way left of perfect. Alright, ended up going OB left because put it on way too much hyzer. So I got this for my par. That's a long comebacker too. Alright, hole 17, 317 feet. You can kind of see the orange 17 sign down there. The basket's just to the right of that. There's OB short right and long behind the basket. Striking a car behind the basket is 3-stroke penalty, and hitting these stone ruins on the left or landing in them is a 1-stroke penalty. I'm going to go with my Origin and try to turn it down there. I should have a putt, I think. Alright, got a putt for my birdie here.
dude. I hope that's for me.
It is. Barely stayed in bounds here, but I got a putt for the bird. Drop. I think that's parked for my bird.